Hello everyone, my name is Freya. On behalf of Emily Tours, I'd like to welcome you all to the 10 heritage sites here in the Philippines. The bus ride to your hotel will take about 15 minutes. Right now, I'd like to take a minute to familiarize you with the area and discuss some brief safety precautions. Firstly, I ask that you remain seated until we reach our destination and that you not eat or drink while on the vehicle. Secondly, please realize that it is against the law to get drunk in public. Enjoy your vacation, but do drink responsibly and do not drink and drive. Our first destination is the historic city of Vigan, here in Ilocos Sur. A visit to Ilocos Sur is not complete without spending some time in the historic city of Vigan, known as the province's capital. This district now houses an array of attractions that honor both its past and present. In particular, the cobblestone street called Calle Solano is considered among the best tourist spots in Vigan City, as it is lined with trestle houses that date back to Spanish era. During the day, it is a bustling hub filled with stores selling native crafts. When the sun sets, it transforms into a stunning dining strip warmly lit by the street posts. Most restaurants feature alfresco dining areas where you can enjoy a nightcap while admiring the scene. Despite the heavy Spanish influence in the city, Vigan also fuses certain practices gained from Chinese traders who eventually settled here. This is the best seen in the crafting of clay, the practice that locals learn from Chinese migrants. A number of jar factories still operate in the city and follow the traditional methods of molding them by hand. UNESCO later recognized Vigan as the best preserved example of Spanish colonial towns in Asia, and named it as a World Heritage Site in 1999. In 2015, Vigan City was also recognized as one of the new wonders, or the new Seven Wonders City. Our second destination is Santa Maria Church. It is also here in Ilocos Sur. The Santa Maria Church was initially constructed as a more accessible chapel for its neighboring town to the north, Narvacan, in 1567. According to the local legends, the town's statue of Virgin Mary kept disappearing from the first chapel and was seen on a guava tree atop a hill. Due to this, the locals decided to build another structure in 1765, which they later officially recognized as the Santa Maria Church. It is the structure that stands today. A year later, this same church was made an independent ministry of the town instead of serving as a chapel of ease for Narvacan. In light of many settlers moving to Santa Maria, due to the locals' devotion to the Virgin Mary, this parish was also called the Church of Our Lady of Assumption. The whole structure is surrounded by a defensive wall and features a Baroque style which places it on the World UNESCO Heritage Sites lists. The Santa Maria Church was designated as a World UNESCO Heritage Site in 1993 as part of a collection of 4 Spanish-era churches in the country, officially recognized as the Baroque churches of the Philippines. Like the 3 other structures, the Santa Maria Church boasts intricate Spanish motifs that were ultimately finished using local materials instead of those typically used in Spain and neighboring European countries. Our third destination is the Paway Church. It is in Ilocos Sur. In the province of Ilocos Norte, you can find another of the four Baroque churches of the Philippines called Paway Church. It is also known as the San Agustin Church. It is situated about 19 kilometers from Lawag City, the province's capital. Along with the church, Ilocos Norte's fascinating rock formations and majestic sand dunes along its stunning coastline have drawn many tourists as well. Locals began building the Kawai Church in 1694 and finally completed construction in 1710. Its exterior walls were made from bricks and large coral stones. As with its fellow Baroque churches, the Kawai Church is characterized by the flying butteries flanked in sides and its wide base. Next to the church, a detached three-story bell tower was erected. Throughout Philippine history, it had also served as a watch post from where local forces could keep an eye on invading forces such as the Spaniards in the 1880s. In the Japanese armies during World War II. Due to its cultural significance, it was officially inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993. Our fourth destination is the Tubataha Reefs National Park. Off the stunning shores of Palawan Island, you can find the Tubataha Reefs National Park, a protected area in the middle of the Sulu Sea. Palawan and its surrounding water have become a favorite destination when diving in the Philippines, due to the various aquatic ecosystems that thrive there. The whole island is home to lagoons and beaches containing thriving marine life just under the surface, such as sea turtles and schools of colorful fish. The Tubataha Reef sets itself apart, however, because it is a great example of an atoll or ring-shaped reef. The whole protected area comprises a 100-meter perpendicular wall, lagoons, and 2 coral islands. In addition to this, natural sanctuary houses large numbers of sea animals. Its North Islay in particular have found around 600 fish species and 360 coral species, 100 shark species, 13 dolphins and whale species, and 100 birds species in the area since they began visiting the reefs in 1980s. Aside from being designated as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1999, the reef was also nominated as part of the 7 Wonders of Nature in 2008. Our fifth destination is the Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, here in Palawan. Topping our list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Philippines is the Puerto Princesa Underground River, or Subterranean River National Park. This karst landscape that features an underground river measures over 8.2 kilometers and goes through a milestones of cave with beautiful stalactite and stalagmite formations that resemble popular statues around the globe. The cave ceiling is also home to populations of fruit bats, while the cruise through the river already shows the beauty of the area. One of the river's most notable features is that it opens up directly into the sea. Aside from Puerto Princesa Underground River tours, travelers will also enjoy exploring the surroundings. To the rest there are home at an array of animals and fauna. The hill Maina and white bases and sea eagle. Meanwhile, the nearby coastline or the coastal waters have become habitats for sea and cows and hawksbill sea turtles. UNESCO designated the Puerto Princesa Underground River a World Heritage Site in 1999, noting that The whole park has become the top Puerto Princesa tourist spot and has drawn many visitors to the island. Palawan is also home to the other world-renowned beach and island destinations like El Nido Coron, San Vicente, and Port Barton. Our sixth destination is the rice terraces of the Philippines Cordilleras, here in Ifugao. Nestled in the highlands of the Ifugao province is North Luzon, are five terraces that not only serve as the sources of food but as popular rice terraces that not only serve as sources tourist attractions. These landscapes are located in the sixth destination is the rice terraces of the Philippines Cordilleras, here in Ifugao. Nestled in the highlands of the Ifugao province is North Luzon, are five terraces that does not serve as the sources of food but as popular tourist attractions. These landscapes are located in the municipalities Banawe, Mayayao, Hundan, and Kingayan, with the Banawe rice terraces being the most popular one as a landlocked province. Ifugao is characterized by its lush mountain ranges containing river valleys and vibrant forests. Thanks to the location and the high altitude, the locals here enjoy a generally cooler atmosphere than the rest of the country, making it a more optimal place to grow crops. Recognizing this, the tribe members eventually created intricate agricultural systems which are now known as the terraces in the Philippines. These landscapes are estimated to have around for 2,000 years and have often been revered and estimates the humankind abilities to adapt to the environment around them. The rice terraces of the Philippines Cordilleras were named a UNESCO Heritage Site in 1995 in honor of the natives' beautiful work and their efforts to maintain and cultivate sacred traditions to this day. Our seventh destination is the Mount Mintan Range Wildlife Sanctuary in Davao Oriental. The Mount Mintan Range Wildlife Sanctuary is a lush mountain ridge that sits in the province of Davao Oriental, located along the southern eastern portion of Mindanao Island. This province has an abundance of coconut trees and it is the country's top producer of coconuts and dried coconut meat. Aside from its rich forests, it is also well known for the Aliwagwag Falls, which one of the most scenic waterfalls in the Philippines, and features over 130 cascades and multiple rock pools filled with turquoise water, with an elevation range of 75 to 1,637 meters above sea level. The Mountain Humigatan Range Wildlife Sanctuary has become a safe haven for various animals and plants. Among the wildlife that finds solace in the mountain range are 8 species that are endemic to the area, such as the Philippine eagle and the Philippine cockatoo. Despite having and ultimately making it diverse ecosystem, in recognition of the natural value of sanctuary, it was formally named as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2014. Our 8th destination is Miagao Church in Iloilo. The current structure of Miagao Church stands at the highest point of the town. It was finished in 1797 after 10 years of forced labor under Spanish colonization and was initially used as a fortress against potential invaders like the Santa Maria Church It was designated as the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993 for its Baroque design mixed with notes of local heritage. Its most noteworthy aspect is a relief sculpture of Saint Christopher on the facade. In the stonework, the saint carries Jesus Christ on his back while holding onto a palm tree. A trip here is never complete without heading to the popular Euro-tourist spots such as Islas de Gigantes, Darien Farm, Harrow Cathedral, and more. As of the local cuisines, tourists can feast on buckets of freshly caught scallops and the province's famous tapas pachoy, a noodle soup with beef, chicken stock, and pork crackers. Our ninth destination is the San Agustin Church. In the heart of Manila City, you can find the classic Agustin Church, towering in front an open plaza in the gold district of Intramuros. This historical area was a political and military base for Spaniards when they colonized the country in 1500s. Here, several cultural landmarks are maintained and offer physical spaces where visitors can immerse in the rich past of the Philippines. The San Agustin Church remains one of the best testaments of Intramuros heritage, as it's considered the oldest stone church in the country. After its completion in 1607, parts of this Baroque structure were damaged by earthquakes and fights during World War II. The church's architecture is characterized mainly by its beautiful trompe l'oeil style ceiling and intricate altars. After the deaths of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, the first Spanish governor-general that ruled the Philippines, he was buried close to the church high altar. UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site in 1993. Our 10th destination and the last, it is in Intramuros. Intramuros is an urban district and historic walled city within metropolitan Manila and the Philippines. The name, from the Spanish word meaning within walls, refers to the fortified city founded at the mouth of the Pasig River shortly after 1571 by the Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, known as the Walled City. Intramuros is a place rich in history and culture, with its cobble streets and preserved architecture dated hundreds of years ago. It will have you second guessing whether you are still in the Philippines or not, due to constant attacks from foreign invaders, coupled and natural and man-made disasters. Defensive features surrounded the city, including 2 moats, canyons, and fortified walls, from bulwarks to ravelins. Hence the name Intramuros, a city within the walls. I hope you enjoy our tour. It is the 10 heritage sites here in the Philippines. So now, we're going to be pulling off at the hotel in just a few minutes. I ask that you remain in your seats until we have come to complete a stop. Mark here will be meeting us on bus to help you with your bags. Please double check to make sure your bags has been taken off the bus. On behalf of the Amelia Tours, have a wonderful vacation here in the Philippines. I hope to see you soon or tomorrow or the next day. Goodbye. Mabuhay. Maraming salamat.